All right, here we are back in North Goshen to pick up our load going to Tacoma, Washington. Says it is on row 4. All right, so here is row 4. It's got a few on it. I did not look at the VIN number. Let's see, we're looking for 9055. 9055. What is this one right here in front of me? That is, don't look like it. 9055. I could have looked at the brand. I think it's a Jayco. 9055. None of those. Let's see what we got right here. Oh, it's down there on the tongue. I can't see. Oh, no, here it is. North Trail Heartland. Let me spin around on that joker. Getting a few more campers on the yard. There we go. We got the North Trail Heartland Caliber. Alright, so I'm going to set this camera down and get back up to it. Alright, let's see what we're going to pull. Look at that nice low camper. Seems like all I get is the ones that are 12 foot tall in the front. To the hot box. Look in the hot box for the keys. Alright, let's see what we got here. Looking good on this side. Taking a quick look. Missing a cap. Or is it? No, I don't see it anywhere. I'll need to take a picture of that so they don't try to put the cap on me. That one's missing a cap also. Look at them caps. Alright, what we got back here? Checking out this side. Everything looking good. Alright, so we'll open our tail box. I was looking at my toolbox. Oh, I'm gonna have to have a ladder to get my ladder. We'll climb up here. I'm gonna get everything out. There's a lock. Let me get my keys. Alright, so I still got DEF fluid floating around in my box. I had a 2.5 gallon jug in here that I kept just in case I get somewhere I couldn't get any. And something caught it and busted it. Now I got everything covered in DEF fluid. I was hoping it would just all leak out. I wouldn't have to worry about it. But it doesn't look like it is. I promise you, I'll never do that again. Just a safety pin in there. Got your tongue pin in. Don't drive off with your bar hanging out. I'm gonna just stick this in my truck because later on I'm gonna try to get me another bite on that chain. I could definitely use a good rain. That's what I need. Wash some of this old DEF fluid out of here. Alright, let me put you up while I try to get my hands clean and everything. Alright, one more walk around and look at the lights. Got the license plate on. I torqued the lug nuts. I took the pictures. Oh, I'm gonna come back. I didn't take a picture of those missing cats. They were probably in the pictures. I was gonna zoom in and get a better picture. But look, all the lights are working. Got the license plate on. I haven't got the keys out yet, so I can lock everything. Oh, I got the keys. I missed the paperwork. Get the paperwork out. I'm gonna lock everything up. See if I can do this one-handed. Open sesame. I'm gonna check and make sure there's nothing, no fluids in the toilet, because they have that winterizing stuff in the toilet, and then a splash. Oh, good and empty. All right. Hey, it's fairly nice doors and everything. What we got in here? Little island kitchen. Pretty nice for a little travel trailer. Yeah. I wouldn't mind having something like this. No. That good and locked. Now I gotta get the keys so I can just walk around and lock all the locks. There you go. One more look at the hitch. I like to close these valves with the door to lock. There we go. One more last hitch check. Chains, pins, everything good. All right, let's drive on out of here. Welcome to
Idaho.
There you go. Welcome to Idaho. Down that hill. Washington now. Just went through Spokane, and I love getting up right before sunrise. Definitely when you're going west, so you ain't got the sun coming up in your eyes, but yet it leaves this real nice colors across as the sun starts to come up. And I don't know how the camera's catching this on the dashboard. Obviously I can look around left and right, but got these, I don't know if you call them rolling hills, rolling mountainous looking hills, but it's just really beautiful. Just inside Washington here. Oh, I couldn't get the camera to come on and miss that beautiful picture of that lake when I come over that top of that hill. Beautiful, beautiful country. Coming across Interstate 90, going westbound. see if we can get another shot of that lake, but it don't look like we're going to point that direction again. And I've got the camera tied down to the dash mount, so it's not like I can yank it off and look at it real quick. Got some beautiful smooth road here. I wonder how many years that'll last. Alright guys, here we are, Long Beach, Washington, home of the, supposed to be the world's largest beach, but I don't think it is, but whew, got that sun shining right in my eyes. But here we are. Let me show you around. Here we go, here's some more chainsaw art. Clam, crab, I guess what I meant to say. Now, that's some pretty neat stuff there. I think they carved that out with a chainsaw. I hope anything's gonna be open today. It's on a Tuesday, and it's not summer. So it's not really season, but it is early. I think most of us say it don't open till 11 o'clock, and it's like 8:30 or something. So Marcia's Free Museum and souvenir shop. Come in there and shop for free if you want to. Alright, this is a clam, and if you hear during, oh, you gotta pay 25 cents to activate the clam to squirt water up in the air. Alright guys, here I am at Long Beach, California, standing in front of a replica of the largest fry pan. They made that fry pan, years ago at the clam festival here to cook the largest clam fritter, I believe. And you can look that up on the internet and see pictures of them actually doing it, and some lady wrapping bacon around her feet and ice skating around in the pan and all that good stuff. But hey, I just want to do my outro out here on Long Beach. This is it's one of the reasons I like doing RV transport, because I like to wander around and look at stuff like this. So Long Beach, I delivered in Tacoma, Washington, and Long Beach is a pretty good drive, about 150 miles on out to Long Beach. But that was one of the main reasons I took this load, because this is a place I've been wanting to get out to. Give me an opportunity to come out here. So the load didn't pay all that good. I'll be honest with you, I'm almost embarrassed to say, but it didn't pay but $1.60 a mile. But you could honestly, there's probably companies that you could probably drive out here and make that that much money. But anyway, it definitely paid for itself, paid for this trip. Kind of like some of the other RV transporters say, here I am, Long Beach, Washington, and RV transport paid for it all. Yeah, that's one way of looking at it. If that helps you sleep at night or whatever. But yeah, it was a good paying load, and I did make a little money off of it, and got a trip out here to Long Beach. So I'm very distraught, because I wanted to make sure I had plenty of room on my one SD card, and that's a long story. I only have one SD card, but so I went and deleted what I thought was stuff from my last video, but I deleted the trip I did right before this down to Searcy, Arkansas. And on the way back from Searcy, I stopped at St. Louis, Missouri. Went up inside the arch, took the ride across the top of the arch, walked around the Cardinal Stadium, and videoed a lot of that, and talked about the Cersei load. That was a good load, good paying load, and I just sat there and deleted every last bit of it, thinking it was my previous, from my previous video. I screwed that up. That was some good stuff too, but once again, you know, that's one reason I'm doing this. I like RV transport, and I get to stop and look at things on my way. That's what I do. RV transport ain't for everybody. If you're a young man, you got 3 or 4 kids at the house, you got car notes, house notes, credit card bills, RV transport's not for you. So I'm debt free. My kid, I'm an empty nester. I heard somebody, I've been saying semi-retired, but I heard somebody say pre-retirement. I thought that sounded better, right? Because I still need to work. I still need to make money. But I don't have tons of bills to pay, so I can do stuff like this. RV transport, I think most people do it for the freedom. The freedom is the number one reason people do the RV transport. Now, I'm going to tell you, drive away, get you a good tow car, sign on with Horizon and maybe another company like Bennett, and that's some good money. That's some good money in drive away. You make a lot more money in drive away than you will tow away. And the flatbeds make good money because they can get back hauls. If we could get back hauls, this would be a good job. But when you're deadheading back all the time with an occasional back haul, you can't make no money. You can't make no big living. You can make money. It is money. It's something you can do. So, hey guys, I'm gonna move on down the beach and look around a little bit. Might jump back on here and say another word or two. Catch you later. I run up on this nice little board here with all kinds of old pictures of the old festivals, and here's one of shipwrecks out here. This was a very dangerous coming, what is that? Columbia River? Don't quote me on that, I don't know, but it's very dangerous. It was a very dangerous place to come in and out of, and there's a lot of shipwrecks. And so the board has some of that. It's got some old pictures of the town, and I hope I don't have to censor this, but whew, look at them sexy ladies. That's Sports Illustrated 1920 anyway, so that was neat to check out. Oh yeah, it's a little too early around here. There's nothing open yet. Everything looks like it opens by 11 o'clock, so we're gonna walk on down. We're gonna jump in the truck. Now the Long Beach, the beach is considered a state highway. The vehicle you're driving must be licensed. You must be a licensed driver to get on it. And they even got speed limit sign, 25 miles an hour. So we're gonna go down there and check that out, and then come back. Maybe something will be open. We can check out some stuff around town. See ya. Hey, I found something that was open. The bakery was open. Ooh, all them donuts. It's a good thing I left my wallet in the truck. I was tempted. I said, well, it's the only thing open. Need to check that out. But reached around there and grabbed my back pocket. It was empty. Wallet's in the truck. So we'll have to catch that later. Here we are, driving out on the beach. I was waiting for somebody to go in front of me so I could follow their track so I know if it's getting boggy or not. Alright, I'm gonna get out and walk around a little bit. I'll be honest with you. This thing to zoom out. There we go. Yeah. Here's a truck out on the beach. Let me get on the other side of the sun. Make some good shots right here. I'm kind of nervous. Of course, you see the tracks. It's got some soft spots, but man, I got those street tires on. Don't have any kind of all-terrain tire or nothing like that. So, and you know these diesel motors are heavy. They push them down in the front. Them front tires are heavy. So I don't want to get out there and get stuck somewhere and have to pay somebody to get me out. But it's beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I wish I could spend the night out here. That would be nice, but it said no overnight parking on the beach. But that would be great. I would love to spend the night out here. Nature sound machine. Listen to the ocean waves. I have seen places in Oregon going down the beach where people pull over and park. It'd be real rocky. It won't be a beach though. It'll be like rocky cliffs. But I'm gonna walk out here to the water. I am not gonna get my feet wet. Matter of fact, got my socks on. I do have shorts on. I guess I could kick them off, but I bet that water is freezing. You do not swim or surf here. They say it's very, very dangerous. The undertow here is very bad. But man, some big waves coming in. I sure wish I had a drone. That would be fun. Drone footage out here. Run that drone out there and let it drop in the water and lose it. That'd be fun. All right. Whew. Here we are. The Pacific Ocean. Scooper's Milkshake Ice Cream Shop. Think we'll make a good lunch out of that. I better go find me something else to eat first, but we may have to swing by here on the way back to the truck. Kite. Hush up, dog. I'm trying to talk. Kites are very big down here. They have kite festivals. We're going to check out and see what kind of kites they got in here. The Marsh's Museum and Gift Shop. All right, Nathan, you'll have to edit out that music. I was looking forward to checking out the Wind World kite place. I had seen something about it on another YouTube channel, but they closed up today. So we get to miss out on that opportunity. Up so we can look at that. Well, this is what I decided to have for lunch. I promise you. That was just one scoop. Just one. I forgot to mention what flavor I got. Root beer float. Hadn't seen that one before. Pretty good. That's pretty neat to show up while they having their big Model A Ford convention or rendezvous. And somebody may correct me. I'm thinking that's Model A Ford. Look at them. Anyway, you see some nice ones drive around. I like the little pickup truck ones. I didn't even know they did that. Somebody can correct me in the comment section if that's not a Model A, but I believe it is. I'm more of a 60s and 70s type classic cars. So yeah, Scooper's ice cream. I was ordered the root beer float in a waffle cone and got to joking around with the little girl fixing. I said, here's $1 tip. Make it a good one. Woo, she felt you couldn't have put another drop of ice cream on that. That was just one scoop. I was like, man, that was she loaded that waffle cone up. So, I got one more thing I want to look at before I head out of here. It's supposed to be a tree that Lewis and Clark carved their name into when they reached the Pacific Ocean. So, yeah, I'd like to go check that out. And so I'll holler back at y'all when I get to the tree. So I decided to come look for the tree, the Lewis and Clark tree. Well, if you park out on the road, it's like an 18-minute walk to get to it. But I noticed that it was closer to the beach. So I decided to just drive down the beach to get to it. But now I'm gotta walk in all this deep sand. And my Crocs are filling up with sand, getting the sand in my socks.
I don't like sand.
I guess I should have took my Crocs and socks off and walked it barefooted, but anyway, that's what we're doing now. We're walking into the grassland. We left the beach behind us, parked out there on the beach. I'm nervous about driving the beach, boy. That 1 ton's not made for 4-wheel driving. But at least I see the tree up here. Let me turn the camera around. So here we are in the grassland. There's my truck way out there on the beach, if you can even see it. It's kind of funny. You can tell all the limbs were growing the way the wind was blowing it away from the beach. And I'm sure they probably sprayed this tree down, did everything they can to preserve it. But it makes you wonder if all this used to be big timber. William Clark Pacific Coast Journey. Please keep off the tree. Yeah, you can look at it and tell they got some kind of coating on it. Well, where's the carving at? There it is. Let's see, can you see it? William Clark. Looks like it says November 19th, 1805. Something land from United States. So this was a pine tree. If you can see, I can see the pine needles and the pine cones up there. So when you see all these little pine trees around,